Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Designs, and welcome to our first episode of a series that we're going to be calling Scrapbusters, turning your scraps into cash. So if you are new to the lasering world, you might not know what a scrapbuster is, but it's sort of a pretty commonly accepted term in the laser world for any sort of project that utilizes your scraps. So if you've cut earrings, or here you go, look at this. I cut my daughter's Valentine's box for her little Valentine's in the classroom out of this sheet. And as you can see, I've used most of the sheet, but there are these areas where there's still some meat left. So you may be in the habit of just throwing this out. And if you've already recouped the cost of the sheet, made your money on it, that's fine if you want to do it that way. But if you want to get every last penny out of it, we have some ideas for you. I actually have a whole page of ideas. We're going to be doing separate episodes for these. And I tried to choose Scrapbusters for things like projects that I had never seen before, or if I had seen them, I've only seen them maybe one time pop up over the years. So I tried to pick things that were maybe less obvious. So I know a lot of you cut simple stud earrings out of the scraps that are left. Great way to use your scraps, great money maker. But I wanted to pick some things that maybe were a little bit different, sort of inspire some more ideas, maybe if you wanted to go a different route with it, if you're not a jewelry maker, or because we have some later in the series that will be non-jewelry focused. Today's is jewelry focused, but just some different ideas on how to use these scraps and make some money. Don't forget about yourself, don't forget about your kids, don't forget about your family members, your friends. Sometimes projects aren't always about making the money, so there's some ideas here that I'm going to talk about that I envision for children and things like that maybe would be a good gift idea as well. But we are going to show you how to make some money with it. So today's scrap buster, I am using these floating Locket pendants. You've probably seen these before. I believe Origami Owl is the company that a lot of people get these from. They sell little sets. When my grandfather passed a few years ago, they handed each of us a rose at the funeral. And I didn't want to just hang that rose in somewhere in my house or put it in a drawer. So what I did was I researched if there was a piece of jewelry I could use where I could keep a rose petal at least with me. And what I found were these floating pendants. And I purposely chose a larger one so that I could contain an entire rose petal in it. And I wear it. You may have seen it in a video. I wear my grandfather's rose petal. But when I got the pendants in, I started thinking you could do something with these with pattern ply. And I've had extra ones of these sitting in my drawers for a year or two now. And I've just finally been like, you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to do a Scrapbuster video about this. So what I purchased from Amazon, these are just, this company is called Everlead. And I opted for the 30 millimeter size. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here's one. I've already put the pattern ply in it, but there are these charms that they either screw off, the top either screws off, some of them are magnetic, some of them have a latch. I personally prefer the screw ones because I feel like it's more secure. I know people wear the other ones don't have a problem, but I am always nuts and think that things are going to fall off and fall open. So I got the screw ones. And what's awesome about this brand in particular is that they are so deep that you can actually fit an 1/8 inch piece of material in there. So I used a mix in these of 1/8 inch material, and I have some flex in here as well. You could use 16th inch, you can use acrylic, you can use MDF, whatever scraps you have, you can use in these. And what I did was I have two different examples. I did one that was a beachy theme because I know we have a lot of beach fans out there. And I did one that I don't know if you can tell this, but I am a big fan of Halloween and all things Halloweeny. So I did a Halloween one as well. What I did was I took, here's an actual piece that I used. We cut a phone stand out of this for an example at one point. You can see here, look at how tiny this little area is. And you could tighten this up even more. This is how tiny the little area is that I needed to make these charms. And what I did was I cut a dolphin, a little starfish. here's the tail of a whale, and then like a little waves, little ocean symbol there as well. And I cut those same symbols out of different materials. I cut them out of, we had some two-sided on clear, I had some white core, so I could have engraved little details if I wanted to. I even used our iridescent, the fire and ice peel and stick, and I applied it to just a tiny little piece of turquoise acrylic and cut out a dolphin, cut out a starfish that way. And I even had some glitter. So whatever scraps you have laying around, and if you can see like, oh, these all sort of are in the same vein, put them together. Cut whatever little symbols you want. I thought a cute one would be, when I was cutting these, I was like, oh, at Christmas time, I know everybody loves the little holiday snack cake pattern we have. If you got the little micro snack cake pattern, if you got that at your house, cut a little tree out of that. You can put little gemstones. When you purchase these kind of pendants, they often come with little gemstones. I haven't actually taken these out, but you can purchase more of these gemstones. These are probably a great option for Alibaba if you use that, where you can get a bulk amount, because these ones were a bit pricey. These ones were $17 for, you got the pendant, you got the stones, and you got the chain, but I'm sure you can get that down, get a better deal on that. But you can sell completed pendants. You could sell just little, have empty pendants at your craft fair, have empty pendants, have little mixes of these little, this one would be your beach set, this one would be your Halloween set. I thought you could do initials. You could do your Christmas set with a little snack cake, and then put the gems if you like those. Or if you don't want to use the gems, what I did was I cut that piece of glitter acrylic and put it in there to give it a little bit of sparkle. And what I did was I just mixed and matched. I cut a bunch of these, and I saw which ones I thought looked good together, which ones fit in there. They float around in there. And then all you have to do is put your lid back on, screw it on, and there is your pendant. So there's the beachy one. I did the same thing for Halloween. I cut a little skull, I cut a bat, a pumpkin, and a little black cat. And this one I used just regular orange acrylic, I used black acrylic, and then I did the scattered Victorian wallpaper black on orange, and I cut some in that as well. So there's all those little charms in there, and you could make them smaller than I made them, you can make it bigger. You can just mix and match. These cuts took me 17 seconds on the Glow Forge. So use whatever laser you've got, use whatever scraps you have, whatever shapes you want, make little mixes, and then you can just sell the mixes individually. You can mix and match your thicknesses. They float around in there really nice. You can use the gems that come with it. Get your own gems. I thought something that would be fun is for the beach set, you could even put sand from the beach in there. You could put real seashells in there as well, and they'll just float around in there and have a nice little piece. So there's different options. I thought this was a really fun, fast scrap buster that uses such a small amount of material that I think you can really make some good money with this. I think you can have a lot of fun options. I have not personally seen anybody doing this. Maybe I'm just slow to last one to the party, but I think this is a really fun, personalized way. I was going to do a set for my daughter with her favorite color, put her initials in there, and then it would just be something fun that she could hang on her neck and get to look at all day and play with. So here you go. So look, this is just tiny little bit of area. You can make money off of that. So don't throw away your scraps. Use your scraps, make money off of your scraps. And this is just one of many ways you can do that. So thank you for tuning in, and we have some more Scrap Buster ideas coming soon. Thank you so much.